Good morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, in the previous video, we have started the third chapter of civics, that is why do we need parliament. And in that thing, we have discussed many things about parliament. Now, today in this video lecture, we will study about the functions of the parliament. And the second thing, some important terms. These two important topics we will discuss in this video lecture. Right, friends? So let's discuss about the function of the parliament. And the first function of the parliament, it is to select the national government. What does it mean? It means that this parliament decide the national government, that which is the national government of the country and which government will work for the country. So it select the national government. I have already told you that the parliament in India, it consists three institutions, that is President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. We have already discussed this thing in the previous video lecture also. Right, students? Now, student, after the Lok Sabha election, means when the Lok Sabha election was completed, and in the Lok Sabha election, the political party which get majority, it forms the government, and the leader of that particular political party, he or she is invited to form the government. Right, friends? And that particular person, he or she is considered the prime minister of the country. Right? Means president nominated the you can say that president appointed the prime minister. President appointed the prime minister of the that political party who has got the majority in Lok Sabha election, and the leader of that political party would be the prime minister. Right? Now, student, this is the political party who got the majority in the Lok Sabha election. But there are many other political parties who also participated in that election also, but they were not able. They are not able to secure a majority. That's why these other political parties, they functions as an opposition political party. They functions as an opposition political party. Right, friends? The largest amongst of those political parties, that is known as an opposition political party. Right now, the ruling party, it is BJP government, you can say BJP, but the opposition political party, it is Congress. Right? So in the Lok Sabha election, different political parties participated, but the political party which got majority in the Lok Sabha election, president appoint the leader of that particular political political party as a prime minister, and the rest of the political parties, they make, you can say that, the opposition political party. Right, friends? Now, student, there may be some situation. There may be some situation that if no political party gets a clear majority, what would happen in that situation? Means we have one question here, that if the political party achieve majority, then it you can say that then it you can say that then that particular political party make the government. Right? Then particular, like I will tell you, give the example. For example, in state legislative assembly in Haryana, we have 90 MLAs. It means 90 seats. If any political party wants to get majority, it means he has more than 50% seats. It means it has 46 seats. Then the political party gets the majority. Same thing it is happened to the Lok Sabha election also. Right? So majority must be there. But if the situation is created that one political party, it does not get a clear majority, then what would happen? So kya hoga us situation ke andar? In that situation, a group of political party, they comes you can say they come together to form a government, and this type of government, it is called coalition government. It is called coalition government. आपने गठबंधन सरकार के बारे में बहुत कुछ सुना होगा. So that government, it is coalition government. Right? So the first major function of the political party, you can say that it is to select the government. It is to select the government. This is the first important function of the parliament. Now, students, the Prime Minister of India, he is the leader of the ruling political party. The political party which got the majority in Lok Sabha, the Prime Minister of India is the leader of that particular political party. Right? Now, the MPs who belong to his political party, the prime minister select ministries so that the decision can be implemented. Means different ministers को क्या करते हैं, appoint किया जाता है. And अगर हम राज्यसभा की बात करते हैं, the Rajya Sabha functions in a very primary manner that the representative of the state of India, it is considered that, and it plays an important role of reviewing and altering the laws initiated by Lok Sabha. Means any law, whatever is prepared by Lok Sabha, if it has some loopholes, then Rajya Sabha can change them. राज्य सभा जो है उसमें alter करने की कोशिश कर सकती है, alteration कर सकती है, right? Now, second most important function of the parliament, you can say that it would be to control and guide and inform the government. It would be the second most important function of the government, and you can say of the parliament. Now, dear student, the parliament keeps a check on the ministers and their work also. Means after selecting the government, after selecting the president, prime minister, and other minister of the government, then the parliament, it keeps a check, and you can say it supervises the function of all ministers. And MP have the right to question the ministers about the working of their department also. Whenever they are in the parliament, during the question hour, the MP can ask particular question related to particular department, and it would be asked to the minister of that particular department. And the government gets valuable feedback also. The government also gets a valuable feedback also during these questions, and you can say during the question hour, right, students? So in this way, parliament, it control, guide, and inform the government also. Means suppose we have made a particular person as a minister of particular government department, and the department is not function in a very well manner, then the MPs of the other department, and you can say the MPs who are selected from other political party, they can raise questions during the question hour in the parliament, and then the ministers has you can say that has to give the answer also. In this way, government gets the valuable feedback of the about the department, and you can say about the functioning of the government, right, students? In all the matters dealing with finance, the parliament's approval is crucial for the government. Means whatever is decided, whatever plan is you can say going to be implemented, everything must be approved in the parliament. So parliament plays an important role during all these things, right? So this is the most important function of the government, parliament, that is it control, guide, and inform the government, right? Now, third most important thing, that is the most important you can say function of the parliament, it is to make laws. To make laws. Now, student, I have already told you that the entire country, for the entire country, laws are made by the parliament. Means these parliament, the member of these parliament, they are the elected representative, and these representatives, they exercise power on the behalf of the, you can say, the citizen of the country. So that's why the major function to make law, the major function of this parliament, and you can say these representative, is to make policies, programs, and you can say to make law also. So the parliament makes law for the entire country. All the legislative proposals have to be brought in the form of bill before parliament by any house. It means by Lok Sabha and by Rajya Sabha. Means whenever any law is passed, and you can say whenever any law is made, first of all, it is brought in the form of bill in the parliament. First of all, it is passed by both of the house. Then it is sent to the president. When the president assents that particular bill, then that particular bill becomes a law. This thing, it is discussed in the previous video also, right? First of all, any law, whatever is being to be made, first of all, it is presented in the parliament in the form of bill. First of all, it is passed by both of the houses, and after getting the assent of the president, then it becomes a law. But if there is any confusion, if a president found it that say there may be some changes, then president can send it back to the parliament. But if parliament again passes it, then the president has to sign it, because president is the nominal head of it. Note down, student, any bill can be presented in any house, but money bill, related to money bill, only the power has been taken to the Lok Sabha. Only Lok Sabha can present money bill in the parliament. Yes, we can say that after passing money bill in Lok Sabha, it will move to you can say it will be sent to the Rajya Sabha also. But Rajya Sabha can give some you can say suggestion only. If Lok Sabha found it is valuable, then Lok Sabha can change it. But it totally depends on the Lok Sabha. So because Lok Sabha, they are the directly elected members. They are the directly elected members by the citizen. But the member of the Rajya Sabha, they are not directly elected by the member of the they are not directly elected by the citizens. That's why Lok Sabha has the power to take the decision related to money bill, right? Now we have one question, that who are the people, you can say that, who are the people of this government? This is the most important question, that who are the people in the parliament? So dear student, the parliament now has more and more people from diverse background. Already told you that. Means from all over the country, the total country it is divided into different constituencies, and from different constituencies, people of different background, they belong to there, and they come in the, you can say they are selected by the citizen of the country, and they become the member of the parliament. So the Indian parliament now has more and more people, and they belong to different background also, right students? And from these days we have seen that the political participation, it has been increased. Even the Dalit people, backward classes, and the minorities, they are also participating in the political system. Reason is that if they get proper representation in the parliament, then you can say then their demand would be met, and you can say their development must be there, right friends? So even in the whenever our Indian constitution it was framed, at that time some seats are also reserved for in the parliament for the SC and STs. Right friends, some seats have been reserved for in the parliament also, and you can say that about 27% seats they are reserved in the parliament also. And it is also suggested that there should be reservation for the seat of the women also. But my dear student, here I want to tell you one thing, that in the lower level of the government, it means in the Panchayati Raj, and you can say in the municipalities, 33% reservation seat has been given to the women also, and even a bill also passed a few days back that 50% reservation has been given women in the lower government. But if we think about in the Lok Sabha and in the state legislative assembly, this thing it is still debated. Means the right of the 33% and 50% reservation, it would not given to any women, it would not given in the to women in the MLA election, and you can say in the state legislative council and in the Lok Sabha also. Just only this reservation has been given in the lower level of the government, that is called local government, right? So it is still debated in the Lok Sabha also. So students, let's discuss some important terms, and it would be very beneficial to all of you. So first of all, let's discuss about Rajya Sabha. If we think about Rajya Sabha, it is known as the Council of State, and it is also known as the upper house of the parliament, and total member is 250, but still there are 245 members in our country, and the chairperson of this, it is Vice President of India, right? The second one is the Lok Sabha. It is also known as the House of the People, and it is known as the lower house of the parliament, and total member of it is 552, but still right now in the it is in 545, and this is presided by the speaker, right? The next most important term, that is EVM. It stands electronic voting machine, and it is used in the election also. It is used in the election also, right friends? The next one is the representative. So dear student, all the candidates whosoever participated in the election, and if any person is elected, that person, it is considered the people's representative, right? The next one, and it would be the most important, that universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise, it means right to vote. It means right to vote. All the adult citizens, all the adult citizens of the country, they enjoy right to vote without any discrimination. And the voting age, it is now 18 years. But whenever India got independence, at that time, India, the age of the voting, it was that 21 years. But 1989, Article 61, I think so, it has given that the voting right, the voting right, age of the voting right, it has been reduced, and it is made you can say that 18 years, right? Next most important thing, coalition government. I have already told you that when single political party is not able to get majority, so to make the government, some political party, you can say that they join hand after the election, that is considered the coalition government. But dear student, I want to tell you one thing also, that some political parties, they join hand to make majority before the election also. That type of government, it is called alliance. That type of government, it is called alliance. Now listen carefully what I have told you, that in the coalition government, after the election, if the majority is not clearly get, at that situation, few member of the few political parties, and you can say a group of political parties, they join with each other and they make majority, they got majority, and after then they make the government, then that is called coalition government. But if it is done before the election, that is called alliance, right? The next one is parliament. If we think about parliament in India, it consists three important you can say institution: president, Rajya Sabha, and Lok Sabha. And you can say it is the highest law making body in the country, and whatever the government will do, it is decided by the parliament. And in India, it is known as a Sansad, right? Opposition political party, the political party which is not able to get majority in the Lok Sabha election, and you can say in the government, that political party, and you can say that political party, it is known as an opposition political party. And the main function of the opposition political party is that to raise the loopholes, to raise the negative point of the government. Ruling party, the political party which gets the majority and make the you can say and form the government, it is called the ruling party. And the last important term, and but not it is least, it is most important than unresolved. It means that a situation in which there are no easy solutions to the problem. That situation, it is called unresolved. Hope so, students, everything is clear to all of you. So student, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.